to another episode of Vineyard at Home. There's a saying that you probably have heard. It's, you are what you eat. And, this saying isn't in the book of Proverbs, but sometimes I think it ought to be. Proverbs 23 focuses a lot on the direct correlation between what we consume and the quality of our lives. The modern day proverb of you are what you eat is a way to challenge us to rethink what we put into our body and ask questions if it really is the healthiest option for us. Now, Proverbs 23 is observed that what we really surround ourselves with is what the quality of our life will be like. And, more importantly, since Proverbs 23 is written from the perspective of a father to a son, let's say it this way, instead of you are what we eat or we become what we surround ourselves with, let's say it like this, that our children, they become what they are surrounded with. I know watching my 2.5-year-old now that, sometimes it's like watching a mirror of myself, and that can be, pretty scary. She's emulating everything that Audrey and I really surround her with. And so instead of, saying that we are what we eat, maybe it's your kids are what you feed them. And, as parents, our hope is that, our kids can turn down drugs and alcohol and other poor choices without hesitation, and only if we could give them like a shot or a pill that could, or even will them to make better decisions. We know that they would avoid much pain and much heartache, and in this life experience, much, much more joy. So, as we lead our kids toward good choices, it's important to ask, is our goal to raise kids in righteousness, or are they simply keeping our kids busy? Are we trying to keep them busy, striving for earthly success? Proverbs 23 is a call really to steer clear from the things of this world, because they yield a poor return on our investment. Riches are fleeting. Fame, it says, is fleeting, but wisdom and truth, they bring the ultimate joy and fulfillment in life. If we want our kids to be wise, we need to guide them in pursuing wisdom for themselves. While it's important to model character and integrity, we must also be intentional in modeling teachable spirits. If our children learn to obey us, they will be prepared to submit to the authority figures in their lives. They'll be better equipped to deal with their bosses and their future employers, or even if you model, you be a good father or mother to your children. What you're giving them is a great model to be a father or mother to other people. Either that's their own children or also the people that work for them. So we want our kids to make the right choices, but the only way they can succeed is by learning the difference between God's truth and the messages they hear daily from media and culture. Get this, that there's an onslaught of content and information and information that is shaping your kids. And probably, if you really think about all the media that our kids now consume in this day and age, probably a little frightening. And so my call to you is to step up your game and modeling character, integrity, what it looks like to walk in wisdom, what it looks like to try and to fail, and to what it means to model emotional health to your kids. These are the principles that as we as parents, we put them on display, our kids begin to emulate those behaviors and those patterns. So, wisdom is not a pill that a kid can swallow for instant clarity. It's blooming inside our kids through a lifetime of choices. Get that it's not an instant thing. That's like if we just as parents we start modeling good behavior and wise choices to our kids. It's not like they instantly get it, but this is something like an investment that we make into our children that in many years it will blossom. So may you discern really the wisdom of the ages in these Proverbs. May we pour them into our children so that they create a bottomless well for our kids to draw from the rest of their lives. That's our goal, is to make wisdom a lifestyle so that the people around us, they become what they drink. Thanks.